Hey guys, welcome back to another Tonka Rants, and I want to talk about something this time that's been bugging me for a while, and that's mobile gaming. Who is supporting these apps? I mean, I know we're only gaming a few minutes at a time on our mobile devices, but that doesn't mean that we should be subjected to these kinds of games. Can you even call them games? They're more of a time management simulation. We shouldn't be subjected to these time management simulations where the time management portion of the game can be paid for. And these kind of apps are everywhere. They're all over the App Store. And they're all a bunch of clones. Some of them have little design changes here and there, or there's different things in the store for you to buy, but a lot of them are exactly the same. Let's look at some facts. So according to research made by Yahoo's Flurry Analytics, between 2014 and 2015, people were actually spending even less time on their phones gaming. Time spent gaming went from 52 minutes per day to 33 minutes per day. That's a 37% decline. That's not a lot of gaming, and yet Apple reported record revenue from the App Store at $1.7 billion in App Store purchases in July of 2015. When we're spending less time gaming on our mobile devices. Specifically, this one is on our phones. Now, let's not confuse things. That includes everything in the App Store. But still, who's supporting all these apps? Historically, mobile gaming has always had a whole bunch of crap shovelware. But there's always been some diamonds in the rough that really make mobile gaming as a whole good. Mobile gaming, especially gaming on your phone, is just so messed up now. How many city building games do we really need? I feel like every month I look on the App Store and a new app has risen to the top of the crop of games, and it's another Puzzles and Dragons ripoff, or it's another city building game with a war aspect like Clash of Clans. We don't need any more of these games. There are obviously major limitations to making games on the mobile device, but I feel like people could be a bit more creative with what they're coming up with, and the names are just so terrible. How many apps on the App Store have either War of or Clash of, and then Clans and Kingdoms somewhere in there? War of Clans, Clash of Striking Kingdoms would be a totally plausible name for something on the App Store. And it just sounds so ridiculous, and it's just a copy of all the other names. Why? Why are we using the same names? Why? Names and bloatware aside, the App Store is still filled with shady tactics and corruption. Your company can literally pay for reviews and downloads on the app stores. There are companies that will do that, where you give them money and they get reviews and downloads for your app. How much shadier can you be? All this ends up doing is you get good reviews and you get lots more downloads, and then you show up higher in the lists. And they've proven that if you're on the top 50, you're going to get way more downloads. It makes sense. More people are going to be looking at the top 50 because they think to themselves, well, if something's in the top 50, it's probably pretty good, so maybe I'll actually give it a try. And it isn't even hard for these companies to figure this out. The algorithms, like on YouTube, have been figured out. These companies can figure it out, and then they can sell a product. And that product is, we're going to get your app on the App Store. We can get your app in the top 15 or top 20, top 50. All you have to do is pay us. And we'll get you 100,000 downloads. We'll get you 250 5-star reviews. And it makes finding good apps on the App Store so hard. You have no idea if those apps at the top, or the apps that are top grossing, are there because they're good, or there because they paid to get themselves to the top. There's going to be some obvious ones that have been at the top for a long time, like Clash of Clans and stuff like that. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones that just show up. They're in the top 50 all of a sudden, and everybody is just looking at this app and going, I have no idea what it is. It's from a company I've never heard of, but it's in the top 50, and it's got, mostly 5-star reviews, so it must be pretty good. We don't even know if those are real reviews. They probably aren't. Knocked over my stuff in a fit of anger. So how do we as a gaming community recover from this? This is bad. You don't know if there's good games. And there are people. I'm complaining about this because I don't like it, right? I don't like finding apps, okay? That's my personal complaint. But this is bad for people making apps too. There are people out there that are making apps, and the app is great, and they have no way to get it in front of people unless they pay a whole bunch of money to get it higher in these algorithms. There are so many good games that are on the App Store, and we have no idea. We have no idea that they're even there because the App Store is so bloated and congested with bullshit that we can't find the good stuff. I don't want to play another city building game. I don't want to play another Flappy Bird. I really don't. Angry Birds is over. Cut the Rope is done. I've played them. Okay. Where's the new stuff? I'm open to suggestions. How do I find good games on the App Store anymore? And that goes into a policy I have that I think people should think about. If you feel like you have to pay money in order to get enjoyment out of the game and it's a free-to-play game, you should probably think twice about spending money on that game. I'm not saying that companies shouldn't be supported or shouldn't be funded, that companies shouldn't make money. Companies definitely should make money. But I feel like they should earn the money. They shouldn't twist your arm into spending money. What they should really be doing is providing a good product that makes you want to spend money. I had a World of Warcraft subscription for a really long time. And I did that because I wanted to play World of Warcraft, not because I felt like I had to. And a lot of people have such a weird mentality or such a weird relationship with games where they'll play a game, they want to go further in the game, but they feel like they have to spend money in order to go further, so they spend money. So they're kind of at this weird middle zone where it's, I want to go further, but I have to spend money, and I don't want to spend money. If I get to the point in a game, especially in the first couple of hours, if it's an MMO, a little bit longer than that, if it's within like the first 10 hours, if I feel like I have to spend money in order to get the actual enjoyment out of the game, I throw that game in the garbage. The game is out. I should want to play your game and then want to support your company for making a good product. I have spent way more money on games where I've wanted to support them than games that twisted my arm. So that's my policy. Spend money on games that you want to support. Don't spend money on games that make you feel like you have to spend. Let's try and figure out a way to find good games on the App Store. Someone share in the comments of the video your favorite app from the App Store. And I have Kindle Fire and I have an iPhone. So if it's just the Android marketplace, I'm not going to find anything. I love you guys. Until next time.